Hi all, just in conjunction with the Sydney Revit Users Group, I'm just going to make a little recording here to explain a couple of new features of the new template. As you can see, it was released in October. This is the structure one, but I understand the MEP one is configured in the same way. The first thing we'll notice is that the browser is organised differently, and then you can see a series of folders listed. This is, as you can see at the top there, controlled by a new parameter associated with the views called ViewSort. Now the browser is organised into those folders, as you can see: print, working, coordination, start views, and symbols palette. Now the way of working is that views that you've prepared, usually with the template applied, that you're going to place on a sheet, live under the print area. Working is where you're doing your modelling, you've got all your reference planes on, you've got your temp sections visible. It's where you're doing your normal day-to-day modelling. Coordination area is where you might have on and linked the architectural models or the models from the other stakeholders. That could be AutoCAD files visible. It could be iModels. It could be anything, but it's where you can see the other stakeholders work, and you can go to views there without having to load and unload and flick things on and off in your working views. They're all there, ready, set up. Then there's the two starting views and symbols palette. The starting views has got a series of disclaimer sheets. The start view is what comes up by default, but there's some disclaimers been added, and you customise it to suit your own project. And also in the structural template, there's a symbol palette being added. I'm not sure about the services ones, whether this has been added as well, but I know the structure one, so I'll show you. Just some useful symbology that you may need on your project, and also there's a palette for the welding symbols. In the structural template, we have one welding symbol that has all these variations, and there's some little technical help on what the symbols top and bottom actually mean, because they have a meaning with weld symbols. Anyway, the way that this operates, the ViewSort parameter, which appears here on the properties dialog over here. This view is sorted under Z symbols because this ViewSort parameter has been set to that value. And I'll go into this plan here, a print, so there's a level 1 in there. Now that view is sorted under that folder because that value there, bear with me a minute, I've just lost it. Has been set to ViewSort a print. I'm not quite sure why that said what it did initially. Anyway, we'll press on. Now, if you right-click the top of the view, the view hierarchy on the browser, and click Browser Organisation, this is how the ViewSort parameter is instigated, if you like. If you tick all, so therefore untick Oricon ViewSort, the browser reverts back to the way that you're probably used to seeing it, with the plans listed, 3D views listed, elevations listed, etc, etc, etc. Now what I often do when I'm starting a new model is I turn it off until I get some content to the model, and when it's time to start applying templates to views and starting getting things onto sheets, at that stage I'll often turn the ViewSort on, just because it's a sensible, logical way to start organising your views. But it's entirely up to you. You can work however you like, basically. All right. So what I've got here, I'll just turn that back to ViewSort. What I've got next is a little sample model which I'll go to now. We'll get there eventually. Where I've got the modelling underway. It's now time to start setting up some sheets and some views, putting on creating or using the standard templates, getting it all organised to start producing stuff. So first thing I'll do is I'll turn the view sort back on, just so, and that's where I'm up to. I've paid no attention to it up to this stage really, other than making sure that there is a level view for each level of the building. I've got a 0, a 1, a 2 and a 3, so I've got 3 levels, and I've got the equivalent plan views already set up in the A print area. There's some funny things happen. There's a dollar unassigned and a question mark, question mark, question mark. These are just views that have been created without the view sort parameter being filtered on the sheet. So as you can see, this view here, this is sorted under working. Now, the template also has a new schedule, which is here, the Oricon view schedule. Now, what this has done, as you can see, it's sorted primarily on view sort. So that's the parameter that we're applying to each view now. The view name and the view template if any applied. Now, this is a new model, and I've just been modelling some stuff. I've paid no attention really to where anything is, because I haven't been at a stage where I wanted to put stuff on a sheet yet. But let's for first just tidy up some of this stuff that's not quite right. So this here, section 4 that's been created, I just pull that down. I want to put that into working, so that's now dropped it down into here. Section 1, 2 and 3, let's throw those into working at the same time. Working. These particular sections 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are eventually going to be 1 to 20 reinforcing sections. So I might just rename the first one to start with. So rebar detail caps. Look, it's up to you. I'll just use that as a starting point. You'll get the gist when I'll sort of start the workflow properly. So now that's renamed my view for me. So if I come down the working branch here into sections, there they are. So that now has renamed the view. So rather than having to go right click, rename, which is a pain, I can get all my view names correct directly from the schedule. So let's have a look at that detail. Okay, so it's a partially done 1 to 20 reinforcing section. I'll go to the plan quickly. We'll have a look at them. It's these 1, 2, 3 here. I've created a section previously. I've created a section type called ground slab. Right, I've just cut them. I haven't paid much attention, but this one I've gone in, I've done a little bit of work too. So let's just continue with this workflow so I'll show you the view sort and how we can use the schedule to our advantage. Now, 1 to 20 reinforcing section, there's a little bit of content on it, but the line work's not right and the hatching's not right. So for a single line reinforcing section, you want the outline at least 2 pen weights lighter than the reinforcing bar. So we'll do a quick graphics override. So this will start with floors. So we'll do a line, we'll change its weight to 2, and patterns not visible, because you don't want hatching underneath a reinforcing section. And this is a ground beam, so that'll be foundation. Again, pattern visible, set that to 2. Okay, that's how it should appear. A profile section, you wouldn't make it look like that. A double line reinforcement section, so it's a 1 to 10 reinforcement section, you wouldn't do this either, but for a 1 to 20 you would. There's some content there. I won't annotate it up. It's really just a sort of a bit of a demonstration of how you can use these new facilities in the template. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'm really happy with that. I'll go View Template, and I'll create a template from the current view, and I'll call it 1 to 20 rebar section, or detail, whatever you want to. Rebar. Right, so that's the View Template toolbox comes up. There's my detail. It just gives me an opportunity to have a bit of a play here with the settings. So it's definitely a 1 to 20 section. You can switch as many of these on and off as you like. So let's come and have a look. We might go into filters. So the temp section's off filters there and unswitched. So we'll leave that. We want to have a look in here. Here's our overrides that we did in that view. The one on structural foundations and the one on floors. So we want those. And we're going to use this reinforcing section on a sheet. So we want the view sort actually to be set to a print. So we want to do that. I don't think we need to untick anything else. So let's go OK, we'll accept that. And now we go back to our plans. I'll do this a couple of ways so you can sort of see the difference. We'll go to the next section that we're going to use. And this has been cut, and look, this one's still at 1 to 100. So what I'll do here is View Template. I'll apply that View Template. So all those things we'd configured first in the other view have now been transferred to this one, and we'll probably do this, and we might do this. I won't add any content, but you get the idea. So I've gone to that next view, and I've applied the template. Now we could also do that by going to the schedule. Right, so up here has appeared the one we've just applied that section to. We don't want to call that section 2 anymore. We can rename this to rebar. What do I call it? Read out detail. Rebar detail 2. And here's our original one, and we can come here and we can select our view template. See, I'm doing the same thing but from the other end this time. And here's the next 2 sections, so we can do a copy paste trick here. So this one here, this is detail 3, and this one detail 4. And I'll grab that template again, and because the template has the fact that it needs to be in the print area, it moves it for me automatically. Okay, so now we can come up the browser again into a print, and as our sections appeared, now we know what the first one looks like. We know what the second one looks like because we went in directly to that. This one here, I don't know what scale it was before, but now all I need to do is just change the scope box. As is the case for this one. So now I want to come back to the plan. These 4 sections with a combination of different workflows, have now been put into the correct area on the browser and had a template applied to them. And just a little bit more on templates. The templates are now sort of linked to the views. So what that means is that if, for example, these 4 views have got that template associated with them, if I come up here, View Templates, Manage View Templates, any change I make in here now is automatically applied to any view that is bound to that template. So, for example, I could just by way of demonstration, if I now say that 1 to 20 rebar section, the view sort parameter there is set to working, and I go OK. Now you can see the sections have disappeared out of here, out of this area. They're gone, but have now appeared back down here. So you can see you've got a lot of power of controlling where your stuff goes and how it appears. So I'll just go and fix that by taking that back to Manage. Put that back to where we want it, which is under the printing area. And any other things that you may want to add. You know, a new view filter may come up, so that you can come and add it in here. You know, it's really hard to give an exact example because every project's different. But this is a way now of actually affecting all those sections doing that one particular job, all from a template. Okay. Do I want to tell you anything else? Just back again. I'll just say it once more. How you can use the template to really save yourself time. So this level here, it's a suspended level with a bit of roof. Just the you know, it's a speed thing. I'll just delete that. If I wanted to do a version of this for rebar plan, and well, I wouldn't be doing PT because it's a bonded floor, but if I take that and just go duplicate view, and I'll pick it again and go duplicate view, from the template, there they are. So I can just come in here and call it level 1 rebar, level 1 PT, even though this isn't a particularly good example of it. And I can go, we'll whack that up into print. We'll whack that one up into print. It'll appear up here. I haven't applied a view template, but I could. We haven't got one in the. We haven't got one for reinforcing in PT. It's usually the same. It's usually the same template where all the line work's half toned. You would have all the profile type sections turned off, so you'd have some filters in there. So you create your own as you went, but you can see that the power of this. All right, I'll finish. I'll finish with that now. Just get used to it, get your head around it, and you'll find you'll get some real speed benefits. Especially makes it easier for people following behind you. If it's not your job and someone's organised their browser like this, it's much easier to collaborate on a project because it's much more logical, and learn to use the schedule and learn to use your view templates because they really do save you time. Okay guys, thank you.